The mind is a powerful tool, but it can also be a source of endless suffering. When we learn to let go of our thoughts and emotions and simply observe them without judgment, we find true peace and freedom. In the quiet depths of the human mind lies a treasure trove of thoughts, experiences, and emotions. However, not all of them are meant to be shared with the world. Just like a beautiful flower blooms best in the stillness of the garden, inner strength and wisdom flourish when nurtured in the silence of our hearts. This wisdom invites us to engage in mindful reflection, carefully considering what we share with the world. Like a skilled sculptor, we must learn to discern the essential from the superfluous, the helpful from the harmful. By keeping our thoughts and experiences to ourselves, we cultivate a deeper sense of inner peace and strength, allowing wisdom to blossom within. So let's embark on this journey of self-discovery, exploring the depths of your being with quiet contemplation. Remember, the most valuable treasures often lie hidden in the silence within. 1. Don't speak ill of yourself. One of the cornerstones of Buddhist teachings is the importance of mindful awareness. This extends to the inner realm, where the seeds of negativity can take root and blossom into self-doubt and low self-esteem. Just as a gardener carefully tends to their plants, we must cultivate positive self-talk and eliminate the weeds of self-deprecation. A Buddha once said, "Your work is to discover your world, and then with all your heart give yourself to it." This resonates deeply with the Buddhist principle of self-reliance. When we constantly berate ourselves with thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never succeed," we are essentially undermining our own potential. These negative self-assessments act as shackles, hindering our progress and preventing us from reaching our full potential. Instead of engaging in self-criticism, Buddhist teachings encourage us to cultivate self-compassion. We must learn to forgive our mistakes and view them as opportunities for growth. Imagine yourself as a gentle and supportive mentor, offering guidance and encouragement rather than harsh judgment. This shift in mindset requires consistent effort and mindfulness. Instead of dwelling on negativity, focus on your strengths and potential. Remind yourself of past achievements and your inherent resilience. By replacing self-doubt with self-belief, you create a fertile ground for growth and fulfillment. Remember, your inner voice holds significant power. Choose to nourish it with positive affirmations and cultivate a sense of self-worth. Just as a lotus flower emerges from murky waters, you have the potential to blossom into a being of strength and compassion, starting from the seeds of positive self-talk. 2. Respect the privacy of others. Respecting the privacy of others and safeguarding confidential information are fundamental ethical principles that hold universal significance. In various cultural and ethical frameworks, the importance of maintaining the confidentiality of personal or sensitive data is underscored as a cornerstone of ethical behavior. Buddhism, for instance, advocates the principle of right speech as an integral part of ethical conduct. Right speech, as outlined in Buddhist teachings, emphasizes the mindful use of language and discourages gossip, harmful speech, and any form of communication that could cause harm. In the context of confidential information, the ethical guidelines provided by Buddhism serve as a valuable framework for individuals in their interactions. Practitioners are encouraged to exercise discretion and refrain from engaging in conversations that involve divulging private details about others without their consent. This commitment to right speech aligns with the broader ethical stance of respecting the autonomy and privacy of individuals. Moreover, the concept of confidentiality extends beyond religious or philosophical boundaries, finding resonance in professional and interpersonal realms. In professional settings, for instance, employees are often bound by confidentiality agreements to protect sensitive business information. This commitment to confidentiality is not only a legal requirement but also an ethical obligation to uphold the trust placed in individuals. In interpersonal relationships, the practice of keeping confidential information private fosters trust and strengthens the bonds between individuals. It creates an environment where people feel secure in sharing their thoughts, feelings, and personal experiences without fear of undue exposure. This, in turn, contributes to the cultivation of a culture built on mutual respect and ethical communication. The universal ethical principle of respecting the privacy of others and safeguarding confidential information is deeply ingrained in various cultural, religious, and professional frameworks. The Buddhist concept of right speech serves as an exemplar, guiding individuals to exercise discretion and avoid harmful speech. Whether in professional or personal contexts, upholding confidentiality is not only an ethical imperative, but also a means of fostering trust, respect, and positive relationships. 3. Don't boast about self-improvement. Like a pebble dropped into a tranquil pond, the act of self-improvement ripples outwards, subtly altering the landscape of our being. But unlike the fleeting splash and the ever-widening circles, true growth in the Buddhist sense is a silent and profound transformation, unfolding unseen beneath the surface. It is a journey undertaken not for accolades or recognition, but for the quiet liberation of the mind and the blossoming of inner peace. The Buddha, in his infinite wisdom, cautioned against the pitfalls of self-aggrandizement. He understood that boasting about one's progress while seemingly harmless can inadvertently dilute the sincerity of our intentions. It's like announcing the sunrise before the first rays have even kissed the horizon, a premature declaration that dims the true beauty of the dawn. Instead, the Buddhist path urges us to follow the adage, "Still, waters run deep." The most meaningful transformations occur not in the clamor of self-promotion, but in the quiet depths of introspection and mindful practice. Like the lotus flower, which unfurls its exquisite petals in the stillness of the pond, our own inner growth takes place through sustained effort and unwavering dedication. The true measure of our progress, therefore, lies not in the grand pronouncements we make, but in the subtle yet undeniable changes that manifest in our behavior, character, and outlook. It is in the way we treat others with compassion and understanding, the wisdom we share with generosity and grace, and the virtues we embody with unwavering commitment. These, like the gentle fragrance of a flower carried on the breeze, naturally inspire those around us, leading them towards their own paths of self-discovery. Just as a sculptor patiently chisels away at a rough stone, revealing the beauty hidden within, we too must diligently cultivate our inner potential. This requires a constant awareness of our thoughts, words, and actions, coupled with unwavering commitment to ethical conduct. It is a journey of self-discovery, a pilgrimage towards the realization of our inherent Buddha nature. Self-improvement in the Buddhist sense is not a grand spectacle, but a quiet revolution within. It is a journey undertaken with humility and discretion for the sole purpose of liberation and enlightenment. By allowing our actions to speak louder than words, we illuminate the path not only for ourselves but for all beings seeking solace and liberation. Let our lives be the testament to the transformative power of the Buddha's teachings, a testament etched not in the fleeting echoes of boastful declarations, but in the enduring ripples of compassion, wisdom, and inner peace. 4. Don't be a big mouth. In the profound teachings of Buddhism lies a timeless wisdom, echoed through the ages by countless masters. It reminds us that true connection and understanding blossom not from a flood of words, but from the fertile ground of mindful listening. Just as a lotus flower unfolds its petals to embrace the morning dew, our hearts open to deeper understanding when we create space for silence. While the clamor of opinions and voices may seem deafening in our modern world, the Buddhist teachings urge us to remember, we are given 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. This deceptively simple advice holds immense meaning, urging us to reflect on our communication and interactions with others. In the midst of our constant striving to express ourselves, we often overlook the profound value of active and attentive listening. Listening is an art that transcends mere silence. It requires the offering of our undivided attention, a deep tuning into the speaker's words, emotions, and unspoken cues. When we truly listen, we offer a precious gift: respect. We demonstrate our valuing of their thoughts, feelings, and experiences. In a world saturated with noise, being a good listener sets us apart, a testament to our empathy and consideration. Through mindful listening, we create fertile ground for meaningful connections to blossom. People feel heard, understood, and valued, leading to deeper bonds and more effective communication. Whether in a personal conversation or a professional setting, Being a good listener enhances relationships, fosters collaboration, and builds trust. Moreover, listening becomes a gateway to personal growth and informed decisions. By actively engaging with the words of others, we gain new perspectives, insights, and knowledge. Listening becomes a source of personal development and a pathway to making informed choices. Therefore, let us remember the ancient, yet ever-relevant wisdom. We are given 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. In a world where self-expression often takes center stage, being a good listener is an act of mindfulness, respect, and profound wisdom. The next time we find ourselves in conversation, let us embrace the power of listening and discover a deeper connection with others, as well as a path to personal and professional growth. 5. Don't be too focused on the future. In the vast and serene expanse of Buddhist philosophy, a profound understanding of the present moment unfolds. It whispers a timeless truth. Liberation lies not in clinging to the shadows of the past or yearning for the elusive promises of the future, but in fully embracing the ever-present now. Just as a majestic river flows continuously, unburdened by fleeting thoughts of what has been or what may be, so too should we release ourselves from the anxieties that bind us to the transient realms of past and future. Buddhist teachings illuminate the impermanent nature of life. Like clouds drifting across the azure sky, our thoughts, emotions, and circumstances are in constant flux, ever-changing and ever-unfolding. To cling to the past or fret about the future is akin to grasping water in our hands. It will inevitably slip through our fingers, leaving us empty-handed and frustrated. Instead of lamenting what cannot be controlled, we are invited to cultivate the powerful practice of mindfulness. By anchoring ourselves in the present moment, we discover a wellspring of strength and clarity. We become aware of our breath, the subtle sensations within our bodies, and the thoughts and emotions that arise and fade away. This mindful awareness cultivates inner peace and stability, grounding us amidst the ever-shifting tides of life. The Buddha, in his infinite wisdom, recognized that the very root of suffering is attachment. When we desperately cling to our desires, fears, and expectations of the future, we unwittingly invite suffering into our lives. It is through letting go of these attachments, releasing our grip on the elusive future and the unchangeable past, that we discover the true liberation of the present moment. This journey of liberation is not about suppressing our thoughts or emotions, but rather about developing a skillful relationship with them. We learn to observe them with gentle awareness, allowing them to arise and fade without judgment or attachment. By cultivating this inner equanimity, we move beyond the limitations of time, accessing a vast reservoir of inner peace and joy that lies beyond the reach of circumstance. Therefore, let us remember that our true power lies not in controlling the external world, but in shaping our inner experience. By releasing our anxieties about the past and future, we create the fertile ground for inner peace and allow life to unfold with its natural grace and flow, in perfect accordance with the timeless wisdom of the Buddha. 6. Keep your spirituality private. Buddhist practitioners often choose to maintain a level of privacy surrounding their specific spiritual practices, a choice deeply rooted in the core philosophy of Buddhism. One prominent aspect of this inclination is the belief that the fruits of spiritual practice are inherently personal and may not necessarily require public disclosure. Central to Buddhist teachings is the idea that the path to enlightenment is an individual journey, and the experiences encountered during meditation routines or retreats are profoundly intimate. The practice of keeping such aspects private is not merely a matter of discretion. Rather, it reflects a reverence for the sacred and transformative nature of the spiritual journey. Meditation, a cornerstone of Buddhist practice, is viewed as a means of cultivating inner peace, mindfulness, and insight. Many practitioners engage in daily meditation routines to foster a deeper understanding of the mind and emotions. However, the choice to keep these routines private is aligned with the Buddhist emphasis on humility and the recognition that spiritual progress is a personal endeavor. By refraining from publicizing their meditation practices, individuals seek to preserve the purity and sincerity of their journey towards spiritual awakening. Similarly, Buddhist retreat experiences, which often involve periods of intense introspection and focused meditation, are considered as sacred moments of self-discovery. The decision to keep the details of these retreats private stems from the understanding that the insights gained are profoundly personal and may not translate adequately into words. The emphasis on the ineffability of spiritual experiences encourages practitioners to savor and integrate the transformative aspects of their retreats without feeling compelled to articulate them publicly. In essence, the preference for privacy in spiritual practices among Buddhist adherents is deeply intertwined with the principles of humility, personal responsibility, and respect for the sacred nature of the spiritual journey. While the broader teachings of Buddhism may be shared and discussed, the intimate aspects of one's meditation routines and retreat experiences are often regarded as treasures to be safeguarded, allowing each individual to navigate their spiritual path with a sense of authenticity and reverence. 7. Practice generosity without seeking recognition. In Buddhism, the practice of generosity is highly valued and is considered a fundamental virtue on the path towards enlightenment. The teachings emphasize the importance of giving without any expectation of recognition or praise. This principle stems from the core Buddhist values of humility and selflessness. The act of giving, whether it be material possessions, time, or compassion, is viewed as a way to cultivate a generous heart and break free from the attachments that often lead to suffering. One of the distinctive aspects of Buddhist teachings on generosity is the encouragement to keep charitable acts private. Unlike some other traditions where public recognition for philanthropy is often sought, Buddhism emphasizes the purity of intention behind the act of giving. By maintaining privacy in one's charitable endeavors, individuals are able to cultivate a deeper sense of humility and selflessness. The focus shifts from gaining external validation to fostering an internal transformation that aligns with the principles of compassion and interconnectedness. The concept of selfless giving, known as dana in Buddhism, extends beyond the material realm. It encompasses the giving of one's time, skills, and even emotional support without expecting anything in return. This practice is not only a means of contributing to the welfare of others, but is also seen as a powerful method for individuals to transcend their ego and reduce the barriers that separate them from the rest of humanity. In the context of Buddhist teachings, humility plays a crucial role in the practice of generosity. By choosing to keep charitable acts private, individuals avoid the pitfalls of ego inflation and the potential for attachment to a positive self-image. Humility is regarded as a virtue that fosters a sense of interconnectedness, recognizing the shared human experience and the impermanence of all things. Through the practice of humble generosity, individuals can break free from the cycle of craving and aversion, ultimately leading to a deeper understanding of the nature of suffering and the path to liberation. So the encouragement to practice generosity without seeking recognition in Buddhism underscores the significance of humility and selflessness in spiritual development. By keeping charitable acts private, individuals embark on a transformative journey that extends beyond mere altruism, aiming to cultivate a genuine spirit of compassion and interconnectedness with all beings. In conclusion, these 7 principles drawn from Buddhist teachings offer valuable insights into the importance of maintaining privacy and cultivating a humble and mindful approach to life. The underlying message is clear. The path to a fulfilling and harmonious existence involves not only self-awareness, but also a deep respect for others and a conscious effort to balance personal growth with humility. By refraining from speaking ill of oneself, respecting the privacy of others, avoiding boastfulness about self-improvement, exercising discretion, staying grounded in the present moment, keeping spirituality private, and practicing generosity without seeking recognition, individuals can foster a more serene and balanced way of living. So, the Buddhist principles presented serve as a guide for individuals seeking a more mindful and compassionate existence. They advocate for a balanced approach to life, one that values personal growth while respecting the privacy and dignity of oneself and others. In embracing these teachings, individuals can cultivate a sense of inner peace and contribute to the creation of a more harmonious and interconnected world. A big thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on future content. Your support is truly appreciated.